Versace Man Eau Fraîche is the only fresh fragrance you need in your collection. What's going on, guys? My name's Neeb. Welcome back to AROMATIX. Once upon a time, this was the only freshie in my collection. This is like my fourth or fifth bottle, and at a certain point I used to keep this in like my book bag, take it with me to work, and wear it everywhere because unfortunately the longevity wasn't that good, but the scent, amazing. Fresh citruses with something that's a little spicy and super unique. To this day, I still find it to be unique. And what blows my mind is, although we have so many new fragrances, is where the fragrance realm has gone. It's trend following, trend setting, and everybody's just trying to trend follow, and it makes sense. They've got agendas and quotas. If they reach or release 10 fragrances out of the year, maybe one or two will be a trendsetter, but the rest, they really gotta hit quotas and make some of their money back. Because the trendsetters, they don't always hit. They can hit or really freaking miss. Now, this fragrance was a hit, at least in my opinion. And so because of that, very excitingly, I picked this up. It's the Versace Eau Fraîche Extreme Pour Homme. When I first saw this, I remember thinking, oh God, it might smell like the original purple one or whatever. It was like, ugh, bro, the grape or something. It smelled so bad. So I went to Versace to look for some slippers, and I found this fragrance sitting on the counter. I bought it at full retail. And when I first sprayed it on, I was like, oh, okay, it's pretty good. Like, I get a little of the Man Eau Fraîche, you know, the star anise, right? And the Brazilian rosewood and some of the other like unique freshies. I still think this is worth it, by the way, even if you do have to consistently spray it on throughout the day. It's amazing. Top 10 of all time if it wasn't for the performance, but the performance is not that good. So I thought this would be the fix. Before I looked at the notes, I really wanted to live with it. So I sprayed it on, I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. There's this Man Eau Fraîche DNA, but there's something also familiar. And so I just started walking around, sniffing it a couple times, like, oh shit, I've smelt this before. And then as it dries down even more, I'm like, I've really smelt this before. And it's like, smelt it a lot. And then I looked at the notes, and that's where my heart kind of just like broke, because it was like, fudge, man. I was really expecting something that stayed true to this, but unfortunately Versace followed the trends with the Eau Fraîche Extreme. Now, before I get into it, I need a little break, so let me show you guys what the box looks like, because I'm honestly heartbroken at what this is. Versace, you didn't have to follow trends with this one. Did it with the Eros Energy, right? The whole Aventus. Fine, your twist on it was really good. But then you did it with this one, and I wouldn't even really call it a twist. And this is a testament and proof that brands do follow trends. They have to, it's understandable. I get it, Versace. But why with this one? This is like their best fragrance for a long time. And we were all really hoping, I was really hoping for a fix for the performance. Maybe adding one or two ingredients to really give it depth and really give it its longevity, maybe some amber, or adding a thicker style of wood, etc., or increasing the concentration to an extrait without giving us like a 20 ml for like $400. But no, they switched it up, some essence of the DNA, and adding the trending note of orange flower. Nowadays, what's really trending in the market right now is orange flower, and this is the DNA that came back through YSL Myself. I say came back because just like fashion, things recycle in and out. Without me having to tell you what fragrances, there's a lot. El Tamir is Ted Lapidus. El Tamir, this is one that had a thick one. Amouage Reflection, you get the idea. But this one and a lot of other fragrances more so are following the current trend, which stems off of, more specifically, YSL Myself. I mean, even Future's fragrance right now has like that Myself DNA. It's getting ridiculous. They have to follow trends, they have to be relevant, but with this one is where my heart breaks. So when you look at the notes of this one, it doesn't really have much of the older DNA, and starry, it's not, it's star fruit, not star anise in the original DNA, star fruit. It doesn't really say any of that, but it looks like a pretty generic breakdown, right? You've got some aromatics, lavender, geranium, musks, woods, and then just orange blossom. The orange blossom, the YSL Myself fabric softener style of scent. And it would have been fine if they just came out with their own fragrance that just had a different name. But to take this flanker and to kind of build off of its success or sell off of its success while still giving some illusion of promise from the name of this into this, I think is where it kind of went wrong, in my opinion. It honestly could be even placebo for me, that I'm even smelling the Man Eau Fraîche DNA, at least in the beginning, very briefly. And I mean like 15% to 20% max, I'll get like a hint of this, a blast. And within 5 minutes, it's like myself. And it's not even like a twist. It smells like the mid to dry down of myself, almost like clone territory. So it breaks my heart that they did it to this fragrance. I feel like they should have just did it to like a whole different scent and it would have been fine. Okay, cool, you know, like this is Versace's take on the whole orange flower trending DNA, but to call this a flanker of this, it's not a flanker. And it's such a heartbreak. And Versace, you didn't have to do it. Not the Eau Fraîche. With the salts out of the way, and with the annoyance of carrying on the names of flankers, with it having minimal, if any, resemblances, and like I said, it might be placebo, the fragrance itself is not bad. It really is not bad. If I want a trending fragrance, I'm not gonna buy every single one. I am, because I'm gonna review it, so you don't have to. But this is what I would say if I was in your shoes. I would rather watch these reviews and figure out which one sounds the best for me. I still truly believe that in the opening, it does have the essence of the original Man Eau Fraîche. It is definitely there, just in the opening, very briefly, if you can tolerate the alcohol in the beginning, because it's there. But after that, it's the mid to dry down of YSL myself. It still smells good. Salt out of the way, I'd give it like a 7.9 up to an 8.15. And it would have potentially been higher if it wasn't for the performance. So this gave me a total longevity of about 6 to 7 hours. Doesn't seem like the performance is doing that much better. It is a little bit better than the original Man Eau Fraîche, without its resemblances, obviously. And the projection is there for like maybe an hour. It's like maybe an hour. And after the hour, you kind of forget that you're wearing it. You know you smell good, but you forget because it's just become so designer. If I had to compare this to the Myself opens up with a little bit more citruses, more ginger kick. And if I had to recommend this or that, I would still recommend the Myself just because of its performance, its projection, etc. For me personally, there's a nostalgia factor to this one, but also the Myself. I'd buy them both again, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend this right away. I wouldn't say that you have to go and buy this for like crazy prices if you don't find it available. You guys wait for it to come in, smell it at your store. Like I said, it's an 8.15, it still smells good. Performance is average at best, but it's not anything brand new, nor do I think is it worthy of carrying on the Eau Fraîche name. This is beautiful. And this, it's good. It's a mall scent, but this is still really good. And even if you ask me right now, so Neeb, which one should we buy? Go with this one. Just make sure to keep on a little atomizer. That's pretty much it. So there you have it. Sorry, not sorry, Versace. It's a good fragrance. It's just not worthy of this name. I hope that in the future you guys can drop something like this at an straight version. I know you guys can do it because you guys do some of my favorite fragrances. Eros Energy, I love it. I don't really care too much for Nejum. Dylan Blue, that's like my soul. A lot of your old fragrances were fantastic. I'm sure you guys can agree. Let us know down in the comments section, man. Dylan Blue, Eau Fraîche, Eros, I mean, crazy stuff. Let's bring some of these back with performance, though. My name is Neeb. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you. Oh, make sure to subscribe, of course. I'll give you just a second. All right, it's done. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.